Hello and welcome to CCM with Vinyao. Today I just want to speak about the importance of good communication in marriage. Remember last time I was speaking about the foundation of making Jesus Christ the foundation of our marriages for our marriages to work. Today I just want to speak about one of the main pillars that makes our marriages what they are today, and that's communication. For you and your husband to be married today and to continue to stay together, it's because you communicate, whether verbally or non-verbally. And communication, by definition, is sending a message. Each and every day in our marriages, we send messages of love to our husbands through the way that we speak, through the way that we touch. That is communication that I want to talk about today. The first point that I want to talk about under communication is who is the person that you are communicating with. Because one thing we have to understand, if you are speaking to our spouse, always remember who you are speaking to. Because remember, your spouse is someone that you committed your life to live with them all of your life. They are the person that you're walking with through the journey of life. The way you communicate sends a message to them. Most of us, the way that you communicate with our husbands, the way that you communicate with our wives is very harsh and very rude. The word of God says in the book of Colossians, husbands, do not be harsh to your wives. If you see the word of God saying that, it means that there is a problem in the way that you are communicating. Right now, when we communicate with strangers, we are actually polite as compared to the way that we speak to our husbands and wives. Kubasa chaiku mataura oneta nima work colleagues is actually better than the way that you communicate with your wife. The way we communicate nima pastors ana papa is actually better than the way that we communicate with our husbands. We treat our husbands and also our wives without respect and honor. That's wrong communication. Because one thing you have to understand is always remember who you are communicating with. Munu committed their lives with you. If it's a wife, gain a weight, she deformed her body, or in the name of carrying kids who carry your name, remember that when you're communicating to her, you're communicating to someone who has given you kids, who has loved you all their lives, who has stood by you power and war. Always remember when communicating with them, communicate in a good way, communicate in a way that shows that you love and care and are concerned about what they want to say to you. If it's your husband, or in the name of providing for the family, yet that husband gave up his life to be able to provide and put food on the table for you. For my first point is always remember who you are communicating with. Remember who you are talking to. You are not talking to a stranger. You are speaking to someone who gave up their life to live their lives with you. Number two, the way that we communicate. If you are angry, that is not the right time to communicate. Give yourself a time out. I'll give you an example with my husband. At times when we communicate, the argument is getting heated up. We give ourselves a time out. Somewhere just to allow themselves to get air and to be able to be focused. Because when we are angry, we can't feel, at times we say words that we don't mean, and your logic at times is not focused. Even reasoning, it's not focused, you're not calm, you're not thinking straight. So at times, arguments, argument, and come back to that issue later on, and speak when both of you are calm and in the right sense. Because in the end, violent one. Why? Because you did not understand each other. Argument heated, leave it for some time and come back to it. Number three, what I want to talk about is where to communicate. Do not communicate in the public kana pane issue ilipo marriage. Remember I said know who you're talking to. Also when we know the place, the right place, where. Remember I said the third point is where. Know the right place to speak. In public. Because one thing you have to understand, if you talk to your partner in public, they will be defensive because so always find the right place your issue, because what we want in the end is to resolve issues between the two of us. But we have to find a way forward, and the way forward the fourth thing that I want to talk about Be a good listener in communication. Kwete kuti murume wako achitaura iwe uri kutoita zvinhu, you're not even showing that you are listening. Because one thing we have to understand is kana chicommunicate, even une an issue or communicator with your partner, always show them that you are also listening to my points avo. Kwete kuti akataura chinhu utoratidza kuti zvamuri kutaura pameme hazvina kana musoro, kana kuti kana achita bebi ngati business rakadai another business rakambofela, unochangomudza kuti imimi last time zvamakaita zvinhu zvinombobudirira makanyudza mari chakati chakati. Remember that person is walking with you through the journey of life. They are also it's actually their first time as well to be parents. It's actually their first time to be husbands and wife. So also remember those things when you're communicating. Also listen, pay attention. Also do the same. The word of God says, do unto others as you want them to do unto you. So let us always listen communicator in marriage. Because one thing you have to understand is God is the one who created communication right from the start. God created things through communication. He spoke things into existence. I also want to encourage, may we create a culture of communication in our marriage. Get to routines of everyday life. Get to go for a walk with your spouse, go for a movie, go kuma couples retreat from the ordinary. Because one thing you have to understand, in the walk of life, pressures of life increase and life becomes so routine, and each and every day of our lives, true change is husband and wife. So if you don't communicate in the end you lose each other in the long run. Yet pamwe wedu vakadzi kazhinji we are so focused with life zvokuti mukadzi murume ada kuenjoy your time with you, haungotime zvamunoda zvinakana nebasa rese tinoenda kumovie unoita sei tikuesta mari tida kuvaka. Always know that you need to invest in your marriage for your marriage to work. Vamwe vanhu vamunoona vachienda kunze kwenyika vaya, they are investing in their marriage. Vanhu vamunoona vachiita for a walk, it's not wasting time. Hazvina nebasa, zvine basa. Because one thing you have to understand is vana pavanoenda kuchikoro imabva kubasa, the pressures of life are too much, and if you don't take some time out, you grow distant, yet you are living under the same roof. Remember, those kids are gonna leave the house, because at times as women we become so attached with our kids. As couples, find time to go out for a movie. Remember, the reason those kids are there is because of your love. It's because of the relationship and the communication you once had. Right now hope. There is always hope. God is a God of second chances. Tangira ipapo pauri kufila kuti aiwa handotangira pai, tanga kusakura ipapo pauri kungoona panoita ipapo. God will always help you and lead you in communication. Kana communication iri kunetsa in marriage, pray about it kuti Mwari tibatsire to be able to speak and understand each other. Don't always attack each other. Remember, we are walking the life and the path of life together. Hatisungo communicate as well as this message might not apply now, but in the long run, this message might apply. So always look at the way that you communicate with your partner. Always pray, Mwari, help me to be a good listener to my partner. Because the reason why some problems are now growing in marriage is because our spouse. Yet you are there. Always remember, remember that seed that you made you to fall in love, it's still in there. Look for it, communicate, spend time together. Like mostly my retreats, find time kumbenda out kana umbenda kunana nyanga kariba, just the two of you. Some of us were putting too much pressure on achievements in life, yet our marriage is the greatest achievement. At times timboisa money aside just to go out, we scored investing in our marriage and in our future. May God give us the grace to communicate in our marriage. May we speak together. May we know that the reason that made us to be where we are today is because we communicated. Be blessed.